What you doing, babe?
Building a PC.
Oh my gosh. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another video. It's been a long time. Today we have something very special. I'm here with my girlfriend Jasmine, as you can see, and we are building her dream PC. It was actually really funny because we were talking about, in the conversation when we were playing a video game one time, I was just like, hey, you should build a PC, because she usually plays on the PlayStation 5. This is actually reality. It's crazy. We went to Micro Center. We got all the parts. I'll show you guys all the parts below, but we'll get right into it. All right, y'all. So let's go through the part list that we're going with. So starting off with the motherboard, Jasmine, what do we have here?
This is the ROG Strix B850G gaming Wi-Fi. Power supplies, the ROG Loki 850 watt.
For those of you guys who are wondering, I think what we started off doing is we flashed the BIOS first, right?
Yes.
That's what we did, flash the BIOS. So also, disclaimer, I want you guys to know that we are amateurs at this. So this isn't really a video that's meant to be more so teach you guys. It's just supposed to be an entertaining video showing you the process of what it's like for two people who are kind of new to the PC stuff.
For the parts, I'm going with the AMD Ryzen 7 9800X3D. We're going with two 16 gigabyte sticks for a total of 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM.
DDR5 in this economy, Jasmine?
Yes. And for storage, Samsung 990 Pro, 2 terabytes.
2 terabytes, y'all.
Oh yeah, and for the graphics card,
oh,
Asus Prime 5080.
Oh my god.
This is going to be liquid cooled using the Trix Panorama 250.
And then for the case,
Johnsbow Z20 case.
Johnsbow Z20 case. Look how tiny this is, y'all. We're going to do a micro ATX build. This is also something that I've never experienced before. It's a lot of new experiences, but this thing looks really nice, y'all. It's so small. But yeah, let's get right into it.
Right, cut.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Started.
Her first processor.
Yep. Alright, so I guess we can move on to the RAM. Yeah, do not recommend buying RAM.
Not in this economy. It's so scary. Oh.
The precious RAM. No, I'm kidding. We're gonna line it up.
There we go. Whew. Nice.
Alright, should we get that quick?
It's nice. Look at that, y'all. Processor and RAM installed. Time to put the NVMe SSD.
So this motherboard has some quick releases, so I just have to pop this off. Actually, wait, pause. Are you recording this?
Yes, I am.
No.
We're gonna put an extra piece of rubber just in case.
Maybe you only did one.
Alright, scratch that, y'all. We only need one piece of rubber.
You only need one rubber. Never double rubber. Like the third tape.
That looks a lot better. Okay. It's so satisfying. Also, y'all, side note, I know we're building on carpet and she's wearing socks. If it breaks, we know why.
CPU cooling, I'm going with the Trix Panorama SC 240 RGB.
Oh my god.
So the only thing I did here is I went ahead and swapped the fans for the Lee & Lee TL wireless. So that's what we have for the top. So for the top, we're going with the exhaust setup on the radiator. For the additional cased fans, I'm also going to keep the same theme and go with the Lee & Lee TL wireless, but reverse blade on the bottom for intake, if we can fit them. And the TL wireless LCD, because, you know, we want to have some more visuals in there and make it cool. The only thing is, this is a reverse blade, so this is going to be my rear setup for intake right now. After we do the build, we're going to do some testing and see what the temps are looking like. And if the temps are high, we're going to just test it out with the normal blade setup for exhaust and then see if the temps are better that way. So
going to the next step.
Hold on.
What happened?
Huh? Technical difficulties. Pause recording.
We are mounting.
Hold on. I'm backing out.
Alright, so we've run into our first issue. One of the cable management, the places that we can use for cable management, kind of obstructs the motherboard because I think the motherboard is a little big. We do plan on putting some fans on the bottom right here. This is the bottom of the case, as you can see. Hopefully it won't be an issue, but it is kind of tight right now. Motherboard is in, y'all. Let's go. It's so tiny. Taking that picture for the memories.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks so clean though. The next part of this building PC process, what are we doing? We're screwing the AIO.
Yeah, we're going ahead and mounting it to check placement inside. So now the cool thing about this case is it has a removable section on the top, so I can mount the radiator to it and then be able to slide it in.
Yeah.
So I don't have to worry about actually mounting the AIO ahead of any of the other parts.
Yeah, this part right here actually was on top of here. And what's cool, like she said, you can actually slide it out. I've never worked with water cooling before. She kind of already has it in the orientation of how it's gonna look like. The like flow like this. It's really good. So far the process has been really smooth.
I have it set up. I'm going to orient it with the tubes, keeping the tubes here on the right, and then having them coming down from the front.
And we're going to kind of have like the cable management going towards this direction over here. This is what it's basically going to look like when we actually connect everything. I mean, the screen looks so cool. It's going to be double-sided, as you can see.
So right now we're planning how to route everything. So the AIO pump, I'm thinking I'm going to route it from the top and plug it into the motherboard on the AIO pump. And then the screen is removable, so I guess it helps a little bit with figuring out how you're going to orient everything. And then that just uses a USB header as well. I also ended up buying a internal USB hub.
Yeah, check this out,
internal
guys.
USB hub gives us a few more headers because my motherboard only has 2. So between an LCD fan, LCD screen on the AIO CPU cooler, and a internal wireless dongle for some of the fans, I would need more than what I have on the motherboard. So,
right. And this thing is magnetic too, which is really cool.
So we're going to find a way to stick that in a case somewhere. I think this is pretty much what we'll accomplish today in terms of actually putting parts together. So the rest is just going to be planning, and then whenever we get back in here, figuring out the fun part, the cable management. So I think that's going to be the challenging part.
That's going to be tough.
We're already kind of assessing the situation, so.
This is part 2 of building Yuki. We have the radiator, but we're going to actually mount it onto the computer now. Right now she's setting up the brackets.
After the CPU cooler, we're going to go ahead and probably do our fans and then go into our PSU and then just try to get everything set up from there.
Yeah, it feels sturdy. It's right to me.
Okay.
We used the thermal pastes and we put it onto the CPU. So far so good. We were really careful. Jasmine was really careful to make sure that when we were pressing down on the block, we didn't shift it around. So the thermal paste should be applied evenly. What do you end up doing, Jazz?
I guess you can come this way. I put I have a reverse blade here. I'm going to try doing intake first. Lee TL wireless with an LCD screen. And now I'm just kind of mounting, well, I've already mounted the fan. Now I'm just kind of drop these wires here so I can start plugging them into the motherboard. So this one comes with a 2-pin, I guess, fan header. So I'm going to plug this down here into the shop fan, probably 3. And then because it has an LCD screen, it needs a USB header. And like I said, I should just get it ready to be plugged in. And then that way I don't have to mess around with this behind the radiator. And then I can go ahead and drop my radiator in and start mounting that in.
Just trying to get the cables connected first. And then obviously after, once it boots and stuff, I think we can worry about cable management. We made some more progress on the computer. Jasmine has installed the 2 fans on the bottom. We decided to go with this style of fans. What are these called, Jazz?
These are the Unifan SL wireless.
Yeah, the Unifan. It was between 2. It might change in the future. We're still thinking about it, but we tried our best to line it up with the top fans. Right now, we just took out the GPU brackets just to prepare. I'm not putting that stuff in yet. Right now, we're kind of like working through the cables and stuff. But I wanted to show you guys some of the progress we made. We just finished putting all the front panel connectors, except for I guess these 2. but
because those are going to be a part of the hub.
It's going to be part of the hubs. So
this is our fans on the bottom. These are our fans from the rear, and then our fans on the top. Well, like I said, you're going to get to this before we secure the radiator, but this is going to be wrapped in the back. We also brought our screen, USB, and power for the pump. So far, we're doing good. I think it's actually a good idea that we're like connecting them as we go, rather than saving it to the very end. Installing the PSU, which is going to go like around here, right? Yeah.
We ended up putting this internal USB hub that connects, gives us more ports to choose from, and the reason is because of all the RGB we're using. Alright y'all, so we ran into another pretty major issue in our build. The way that we wanted to mount the PSU was we were trying to mount it somewhat like this. We don't have an option because of, I guess, the size factor of this. We have to mount it this way. It's our only option for the case. It would have to go up this way. Alright y'all, so just wanted to update y'all. This is the final update for day 2 of building Yuki. What we ended up doing was mounting the power supply, as you can see. We have some cables here. It's a lot of cables, y'all. A lot of cables. It looks really clean. It really does. Like, everything looks really nice. There's a lot of cables back here before we put the radiator on, and like, you know, that's all cleaned up. We have our ports on the bomb. I showed you guys that we also Velcroed. Everything is pretty much cable managed. I'll show you real quick in the back. Obviously the back needs some work to be touched up on, but this is gonna be day 2. I'll see you guys for day 3. Alright y'all, the moment you've been waiting for. We got the 5080, y'all.
Merry Christmas, Alex.
I'm shaking, it's not even my PC.
Why do they make these things so hard to open? There you go.
There we go, alright.
Got it for a little under retail. Right now it's like $12.64.
Whoa.
Probably just informational materials. Who needs that?
Oh my god. Dude, this thing is massive. It's heavy too. So we put the power supply over here. We ran into issues putting in the GPU.
You know, there's a little gap here. It's hard to see because I already put this cover on, but basically there's more space on the bracket on this side, and we had it flipped the other way. The cables that are plugged into the PSU, there wasn't enough clearance between them and the GPU.
Check this out, guys. Cable management is amazing. Look how good we did. We have it plugged in, and we didn't turn it on yet, but there is a good sign. There is life. Okay? Oh my gosh. RGB is RGBing. All the fans are spinning. Graphics card.
In the front.
Take a look at the front.
The PSU.
Yeah. Now hopefully we get life. We're just hoping to see something on the screen. Yes! Let's go! Yeah! Yeah! Oh my gosh!
Woo!
Dude! We did it! Oh, that feels really good. It definitely feels like it was worth it.